Hello and welcome. My name is Kim with Lotus Within Yoga, and thank you so much for joining me here for day 13 of our 30 Days of Yoga Challenge. So today we're going to be doing an upper body focused class. So really getting into our shoulders, into our chest, into our arms and our neck. It's going to be wonderful. Um, there's going to be a couple poses where we're going to be on our knees. So if you have knee sensitivities and want to put a padding like a blanket or a towel under your knees, please feel free to do so. Always, if you have blocks, you can have them nearby. Do you need them? No, but if you have them, it never hurts to have them nearby. All right, so let's grab our stuff and we'll get started. All right, let's start this class on all fours tabletop pose. So coming onto all fours, stacking your shoulders above your wrists, your hips above your knees. We're going to just do some nice cat-cows as we get into the spine and just warming ourselves up as we inhale, dropping through the belly, tailbone goes up, shine heart forward. And exhale as you press into the mat, arching through the spine, tucking the tailbone under. And again, inhaling, belly drops, tailbone goes up. And exhaling as you press into the mat, arching your back like an angry cat. And just taking a few of these nice cat-cows at your own pace, your own breath. And just maybe noticing where any little sticky spots are. And give yourself permission to just hang out there if that's what feels good for you. Just noting and exploring in your body. And 2 more rounds, whatever movement serves you. Beautiful. So we'll meet in tabletop pose and we'll go right into thread the needle. So I'm going to really root down through my left arm as I expand upwards through my right hand, and then I'm going to weave that through between my left hand and left knee, coming onto the back of that right shoulder. Maybe this is where your face comes to the ground. Maybe you grab that block, and put that underneath your face. And your left hand can stay in front of your face here, or you can see how it feels to walk it forwards. That feels really nice into the left shoulder as well. So just taking a few moments here to find how this pose works for you, only going as far as stays connected to your breath. One more big breath wherever you are. Excellent. If your hand's extended, you can start to walk that in front of your face as you press into the mat. We're going to reach that right arm back up to the sky, maybe finding a little bit more space and coming back down. Let's repeat that on the other side. So this time really rooting in through that right hand. Then the left hand comes up as we twist open to the side. And then weaving that left arm between the hand and the knee, coming back onto the back of that left shoulder. Maybe keeping the right hand in front of your face, or maybe walking it forward, trying to stay level through the hips. Just really allowing a nice twist of the upper body and into the back of that left shoulder. And breathe. Full inhales and exhales. If you can't breathe, you've gone too far. Just come out of the pose until you can find that breath. One more big deep breath here. And if you have that right hand extended, you can slowly walk that back in towards your face, pressing into the mat as your left arm comes up to the sky. Maybe there's a little bit more space. And hand comes down. Okay, let's do a dolphin pose from here. So we're going to come down onto our forearms. And then we're going to take our hands and clasp them. We're almost going to have like this nice little triangle here. And this right here, you might be exactly everything that your shoulders are like, yeah, this is good. This is all I need. Or I encourage you to give this a try. It's almost like coming up into a downward dog, but we're really squeezing our shoulders in towards each other. Okay, so to get into dolphin, you can slowly take one foot back into a plank pose and then pike the hips up. Maybe walking those feet a little bit closer. We're not putting the top of our head onto the mat. We're really just trying to get that tailbone up to the sky, feeling a nice expansion through the back of the shoulders, maybe even through the back of the legs. One more big breath here. Beautiful. You can start to bring the knees back down. And from here, we're going to come into a puppy pose. So just make sure that your hips are still lying above your knees. And this time, we're going to just allow our hands to walk forward as much as feels comfortable. Maybe our chest comes down to the mat. Maybe it's our forehead. This nice, open, melting heart or puppy pose. If you have a block or a pillow, that might feel good to put under your forehead to bring the floor closer to you. This really nice extension through the shoulders. One more big breath here. Excellent. After you've exhaled, you can start to bring yourself forward. We're going to come into Sphinx. So we're going to allow our hips to fall down to the mat. Gently place them down on the mat. And you're going to walk those elbows in, really shining the heart forward, pressing into the mat with the tops of the feet, rolling those shoulders back and down the body. Shine your heart forward. Really ensuring that we're not putting any extra pressure onto the low back. Really almost think of a heart opener versus a back bend. If it starts to feel pinchy or anything into your low back, start to walk those elbows forward. Just give your body the space that it's asking for. Excellent. One more big deep breath here. Excellent. You can start to bring yourself forward, and we're going to place our hands directly underneath our shoulders, still rooting those tops of the feet down into the mat. On our inhale, we're just going to press into the mat with our hands and then raising our heart forward, coming into a little baby cobra, shining the heart, and exhale, coming back down. Let's do two more. Inhale, pressing into the mat, really strengthening, thinking long spine, shine the heart forward. And exhale as you come back down. One more, one really, really strong one. We really want to remember that our hands are staying tucked like little cricket wings, tight and close to the body. Inhale as we press into the mat and shine the heart forward, pressing the feet into the mat. Exhale, coming back down. Let's press ourselves into a lovely child's pose. You can take the knees wide, press the hips up and back. And walk the arms forward, coming into this lovely child's pose. Knees can be as close or as far apart as feels good for you. I'm really thinking long, tall spine. Keeping those shoulders rolled back and down the body. And start to tent up through your little fingers and start to walk them over to the right side of your mat, maybe even off the side of your mat. Maybe your left hand comes to stack on top of the right, pressing those hips back and doing this nice side stretch here. With every breath, sending it to the left side body as it expands and opens. Beautiful. Beautiful. Start to walk back into center. Now we're going to walk our hands over to the left side of the mat, maybe even coming off the mat. Right palm on top of the left. And really sitting back into those heavy hips as we extend through the right side of the body. Full deep inhales. Full exhales. Excellent. Let's walk ourselves back through center. All right, from this child's pose, we can start to walk the hands back in and let's meet laying down on our mat, coming down. And I also realize I have not talked at all about our affirmations. So while you take your time to get and find yourself onto your low back or onto your spine, sorry, I want you to think the affirmation, I have everything I need to succeed. I have everything I need to succeed. So I hope you accept that with a nice open heart after this lovely open heart class of the upper body. But let's do and finalize with a nice little twist. So from your back here, let's walk our hips over to the right side of the mat and allow the knees to drop over to the left, maybe stacking one knee on top of the other. And then your shoulders, your arms, you can either come to a cactus. That's just personally what I have space for, and I actually am more comfortable this way. But if you want to extend your arms to a T, that's absolutely okay too. Maybe you take your gaze over your right shoulder, only if this feels comfortable for your neck. And breathe. I have everything I need to succeed. And on your next exhale, you can slowly coming back through center, one knee at a time. Walking the hips over to the left, knees drop to the right, maybe stacking one on top of the other. And maybe the gaze drops over the left shoulder, only if it feels safe to do so for your neck. Breathe. Noticing the sensations in the body. And how does your upper body feel from when you started to where we are right now? On your exhale, you can slowly start to bring up one knee at a time. Any little adjustments that you may need to do. Hug my knees into my chest, maybe rock a little bit. And then expand out into your final resting posture of Shavasana, taking up some space. Feet go nice and wide, toes can flop open, palms shine to the sky, rolling those shoulders back and down the body. Start to find some stillness. Give your body the gift of stillness and surrender so it can digest all the movements we've just asked it to do. Gently bringing your awareness back to your surroundings, wiggling through the fingers, and the toes, rolling out your wrists and your ankles. Maybe stretching above, giving yourself a big good morning stretch. Hug those knees into yourself as you give yourself a hug, a little squeeze. And gently pressing yourself up to a seated position. Thank you so much for taking the time. Thank you so much for taking the time for yourself and showing up here for day 13 of our 30 days of yoga. I'm so proud of the work that has gone into this. So please, if you've enjoyed it as much as I have, share it with a friend. Please subscribe and join me for tomorrow, day 14. Namaste.